I'll give you a hot take. Like, everybody's riding Coach Montoya because of, the way that Anthony Smith took a fight, took the beating, and he got busted up pretty bad. It was a tough scrap, and everybody's on Montoya's head about whatever. I talked to James Krause and Mark Montoya this morning, and I know Mark Montoya very well, and I know James Krause very well. I know Anthony Smith very well also. And there's no way in hell that Anthony Smith wanted out of that fight. And when he said his teeth were getting knocked out, he has veneers, and that happens to him all the time in practice. So there's a lot, like, it's not uncommon for him to get his teeth knocked out. He's got veneers. So they literally come out all the time in practice. So it's something they deal with on a regular basis. So when he said that, everybody's running with that, like he wanted out. Like, he didn't want out. And, was it the right decision? In retrospect, I mean, who knows? But everybody's standing on Montoya's head like he doesn't know what he's doing. And there's not a better coach in the game. I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing, and they know their fighter. James Krause knows the guy, knows the fighter. I feel like he's getting a bad rap right now because he didn't stop the fight. You're there to protect the fighter. And in retrospect, maybe. But something I want everybody to take into consideration is that when you are in the fray at that moment as a coach, as a fighter, you are 100%. Your entire brain is focused. You are solution driven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're focused on winning the fight. That's the only thing that you're focused on. The thought of quitting doesn't really even creep into your head. And I've been on receiving end of some pretty bad beatings on national television myself. And people ask me, did you think about stopping the fight? I'm like, no, I did not.
Right.
No point in time at all did I consider quitting. I don't want to, what I would do is I would have a conversation with my guy. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, listen, man, I'm not going to sit here and watch you get your ass whooped like this. I'm not going, and I would kind of force him into like an ultimatum. Like, he's got to give me something back, tell me something back. And I would say it on camera. I'd say it on film so that it's my decision. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to stop it if you don't, so it looks like it's 100% my call, which it would be. Mm-hmm. Nothing put on the guy at all. But again, like, at that moment in the fray, you are 100% solution oriented. Mm-hmm. You're not thinking about giving up or quitting. You're thinking about how to solve the problem. If you've got my back and you're choking me and I'm going to go unconscious, I didn't go unconscious because I was like, I'm not going to tap. Like, I went unconscious because until the last very moment in time, I'm solution oriented. I'm trying to figure out a way out. So I think people should take that thing into consideration. And when you're not in the corner, and you're not there with the guys and you don't know the person, I think you should probably shut your face.
Yeah. It's not the fighters and cornermen that are giving them a hard time. Is it the actual trainers? It's just talking about fans, right?
Right. It's the fans, and it's the media, and it's people that are in our fraternity that are saying some of that stuff as well. And those people are converted to media, so they got to give the hot takes and stuff. And, I just think he's getting a bad rap. There's not a better coach in the game. Mark Montoya is a fantastic coach, and he loves his fighters, and everybody loves Anthony Smith. And there's a lot of guys out there, that I would love to see take that kind of ass whooping. Anthony Smith is not one of those guys, dude. He's like he's a good person. Yeah. But Glover Teixeira just showed what he's made of, and he just keeps coming forward and he can take it. And I think, and I've seen that before as well. Eric has been there where you think that this next shot's going to be the one. This is going to be the one. This is going to be the one. Cause he was hitting him with everything in the first few rounds. He was catching him, he was hitting him, and it's like, this is going to be it. And this is going to be it. I mean, you can look at Conor and Floyd. Conor kind of sold out to it early because it's like, this is going to be the one. All right, this is going to be the one.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, you're hitting him with everything and you're having success, and it's like pedal to the metal. And I think that he didn't really conserve himself because he thought that, the next one's going to be the one. So, I have nothing but empathy for them and their corner and Coach Montoya. And Anthony Smith, and I think that I just hate to see people standing on his head, you know, in a situation like that where it's easy to just jump all over them. But man, let's take all the factors into consideration and understand that most of you have never even been in that kind of a position where you got to make that decision in the first place. Like, so it's not that easy.
Yeah,
it's not so black and white and cut and dry as a lot of people are saying it. So I just think we should hesitate to criticize people, you know, in that regard. But that's just me. I hate to see a coach like Mark Montoya and guys like James Krause get heat like that when I think it's just not valid.